Imagine doubling your leads without spending an extra dollar on ads. In this video, I'm going to show you how to boost your website's conversion rates so you can get more leads, more clients, and more revenue. All by just tweaking a few key elements on your website. Whether you're a business owner or online marketer, these tips will transform how visitors interact with your website. Let's get ready to turn clicks into clients. Let's dive in. Cool. So here is an audit I did on this website. It's a Muay Thai gym, and I'm going to point out some of the key things that would improve conversion rates. And then at the end of this video, I'll also go over a CRO, conversion rate optimization checklist, so you can go through it for your website or maybe even a potential client's website. So right off the bat, one thing I would add here is a call to action button. Something like contact us, get started, sign up, right? I would even also add a phone number, especially if it's a local business where people generally like to call to get more information, but definitely want a call to action here at the top right. The next thing here that I would point out is that this headline isn't really optimized. So you're landing on this Muay Thai kickboxing gym, and then the headline says become a champion, right? The thing about headlines, that's the part of the website that people will read the most. Out of anything on the website, people are going to read the headline, right? So with the headline, this part's really important. So train with a champion and become a champion is a little confusing. Like if I was a new person to Muay Thai, that says train with the champion. This person here in the video, he might be a champion, he might train at the gym, but that's just a little bit not too straightforward for me. Something more of the benefits of Muay Thai would be better here, or just saying something like join LA's top Muay Thai gym for all levels. The all levels makes it more welcoming. And then here right above the headline, something like real techniques, real results with elite coaches. We really want to make sure the headline is optimized because that's what's going to, people are going to read the most. And then train with the #1 rated Muay Thai kickboxing gym in Los Angeles. Transform your body and mind with expert Muay Thai training in Los Angeles, right? So here we're saying the benefits, you're transforming not only your body, but you're also your mind. And we also want to call out that this is in Los Angeles. The other thing here is this video on the website. It's a video of a sparring match at some type of Muay Thai sparring match. Here, what we should do instead is have an intro video showing your gym, showing your staff, showing the location, what it looks like, some highlight clips of some sessions with the coaches, maybe even some testimonials in that video, maybe even the coaches talking about how they love the gym, how it transformed their life, maybe even a few little clips of some of the parents of the little kids that are in the program, talking about the benefits and stuff like that. Here, just having a fight of some person or that he might be famous in this space, but the regular person might not know that. But I would rather showcase the gym here and really use this effectively. I like to have the videos autoplay. There's a specific software where the video would autoplay, but then there's going to be a little box on the video that says click here to start. So it autoplays it, so it catches people's attention. Then they click it and then it starts from the beginning. That for sure will get people to actually watch this video, because most people looking at this might not even watch this video. So get a free day pass. Here, sign up today for a day pass. Adding the free part will just make more people want to actually take on this pass, right? If it's free, which a lot of gyms do, they do the whole free day trial thing to try out the gym. I would definitely add it here in this call to action. So get a free day pass would be a stronger call to action. I would even make these a little bit bigger. Follow us on IG isn't really too important. I would even just have this button a little bigger and take up more space here, right? And then the navigation part, here, if you make this a button for a call to action to open the form, I would even just add your phone number here. You want to make it really easy for someone to be able to get in contact with you, right? So there we go. And then here, this is just a little thing I pointed out. There's a little typo here. This section needs clarity. I think it needs to be more clear on the different types of programs you offer. Like if I was a kid and I wanted my kid, if I was a parent and I wanted my kids to join this gym, I think it just needs to be a little more clear that, you know, here we have a Little Trunks kids class, which is like a different program. Here it's you know, talking about some of the benefits. Here is just a general Muay Thai. Here it's talking about, I guess, some more benefits of it, right? So it looks like this is highlighting the program. This is highlighting some of the benefits. So it's not very clear what really this section is for. It's a little confusing. Even here at this section, what I would even add 110% would be, we need to add some social proof, right? We need to add some, maybe even a widget of your Yelp reviews or of your Google reviews, or even a few video testimonials of the coaches, of the parents. Here we definitely need to add social proof. I would even add a little widget here of, you know, a few faces. And then I would add like, you know, 200 plus happy members, or stars right here, a few stars, and then put, you know, 400 plus 5-star reviews, something like that. We definitely want to add social proof, especially here in this section. This is what people see the most. People start dropping off here. People will see this though. And we can look at the data where people are actually dropping off on this site using something like Microsoft Clarity, right? So this section needs clarity. We definitely need some social proof here in this section. Call to action. Every section, I like every section to have a call to action, and I like it to be consistent. So if this says sign up, so let's just say this said get a free day pass, I would put get a free day pass here as well. And like I mentioned, testimonials, reviews, you can add them here, but I would even add them here above. Same thing here. I would make this call to action consistent. Let's do get a free day pass. And then the shop, yeah, that's cool, but I wouldn't really put it here. I would put something else a little bit more, you know, beneficial for a visitor where we want to make them convert. I would even just make the sign up call to action here as well, and, you know, mention another benefit. If they wanted to shop, or this is a member, they could click on maybe a shop button over here, but I wouldn't put this on the main site. Here, having some type of, you know, map that they can interact with, where they can see exactly where it is, and even mentioning something like it's next to XYZ, right? So that's what I would do there. I would also make sure these buttons here for the phone numbers are clickable. These, where if someone's on the mobile version, they can click to call, and just make it easy for someone to get directions. For example, if they had a map like this where they can click, go to get directions on their phone, something like that. This video here, feel like it's not very useful, and I'm probably guessing a lot of people probably don't click on this if we were to look at some of the metrics, right? I don't think it's that useful. Maybe if the gym has a lot of video content on YouTube, I would even just have a section where it says videos here, maybe, and then make it its own dedicated page where you have video content for members. This form, I think it's fine. First name, last name, phone, email. I'll probably move this email here, make it really easy. I would also make sure for something like this, when they fill out a form, that we make sure that the notifications go to the right team, that they get a text message and an email saying, hey, you know, we received your inquiry. We're going to get back to you pretty soon. And the rest of this is fine. You could potentially add a FAQ somewhere here at the bottom. And you see here, Little Trunks is available for ages 6 to 12. Think of Little League Sports, but with a lot. So here you're talking about this program, Little Leagues, but I wouldn't have really known that, and people probably wouldn't really read that little text. If maybe even there's a whole section, I would even, if this is a big program for the gym, I would even highlight this as its own section, this Little Trunks program, and really highlight the benefits, show some videos of parents, some highlight clips. I would, you know, break this down into its own section. Cool. So that's what I would do there. And then what I wanted to go through really quick is just the flow of someone who visits a website. Cool. So that was the initial audit on the website. And then one thing I really want to go over is the experience someone has when they go on your website. And one thing we really want to optimize for is capturing leads information. So for example, here, if I landed on this website, the call to action is either follow us on IG or sign up for a day pass. I would also, like I mentioned, have the call to action here. One thing we actually installed for this gym recently is this widget here. People don't realize how effective this is. We installed it on another client's website and they got 2 leads from just installing this widget on their website. So this is actually pretty useful and pretty powerful for capturing leads. So this is another way to capture leads when you're on this website. But let's just say someone clicks on this call to action. They land here where they need to collect first name, last name, date of birth, gender, email, password, confirm password. So I guess at this point you have to create an account, cell phone, home phone, street address. There's a lot of steps involved in this form where it's not really streamlined to capture someone's information who might be really interested, but they might be turned off once they get to this page. Right, you have to create a password. You have to, give them date of birth. So it's not really simple. It's not a simple process. And then not only that, this call to action takes you to that page, and then this other call to action takes you to this membership page. So it's a little inconsistent on how to go through this process, and it's not really straightforward. So what I would rather do is I would create a custom form on high level, something like high level, where you can just ask for name, email, phone, and which location they're closest to. Once you capture that information, then you can redirect them to another form where you ask further information that you might need for your gym. But at that point, you capture their information, so they're essentially a lead, and you can follow up with them if they don't fully follow through the whole application process. So that's what I would do there. And then let me show you an example of another website I actually found online that's a gym that kind of has a better and simple process for capturing informations. Cool. So here we're at another Muay Thai gym, and I'll show you their, lead capture process. So you can see here they have a call to action, and then they have this other call to action on the top right, like I mentioned. Not only that, they also have this phone number here, pretty clear, and they even have the email call to action here. So I love always having, especially for local businesses, having their phone number pretty clear here in the top navigation, and they even have, their address here at the top. The contrast between this gray and this white is pretty bad, but at least they have these here. So let's just click request information. You can see the flow between this versus the other one. So we click request information. We're hit with some social proof, but you can see first name, last name, email, and phone. Easy. Versus the other one, it's asking for passwords, confirm your password, date of birth, address, right? Here we just want to capture that lead. So this is an example of, how you can simplify that process. This website still needs, some work, but I think that process is a lot more simple. You could even see here, signing up now and save, 1 week free, first, last, email, phone, simple. Right? We want to make it simple to capture their information. Cool. So another tip I want to give you guys is to install a heat map tool and a tracking tool, something like Microsoft Clarity. There's other ones like Hotjar, etc., but you want to install something like this to really make sure you're optimizing your site. So here with this installed, you can see where people are clicking, right? You can see people are clicking on this call to action here. Looks like people are clicking on this. And you can really see how people are interacting with the website. Not only that, you can also actually see live recordings of people interacting with your website. So you can see clicks. You can even see scroll. So like I mentioned, the average fold, so 85.7% of users reach this point, but then they drop off at this point, where only 53.57% of users reach this point. So this is, where people are really dropping off. So that's why we want to make sure this part here, the headline, is fully optimized. And then we can even look at area to see where we're getting the most clicks. So you see, follow us on IG isn't really getting any clicks. This is the last 3 days, but I would really just make this call to action bigger. Make sure we had a call to action here at the top right where we're getting more clicks. It looks like the all levels welcome is this part's getting more clicks, and then this form seems to be getting some clicks. But that's how we can look at the site to see how we can further optimize it. And not only that, we're able to get data like this, like what are your top pages, what are your top entry pages, top exit pages, what browsers are they using, what devices. If we take a look at devices, you can see 60% is mobile. So what does that tell us? That means we need to optimize for mobile, the mobile site's version. We also want to make sure that the page speed on mobile and desktop are fully optimized. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over a quick little checklist on some of the things you can look out for when you're doing your own conversion rate optimization. Cool. So if we look at this checklist, I'm going to briefly go over some of this. So installing tracking tools like Microsoft Clarity, which is free. There's other options like Hotjar. Installing an analytics tool like Google Analytics. Optimizing your headline. Does it clearly communicate the main value or benefit? Is it concise and easy to read at a glance? Does it create curiosity or a strong emotional response to encourage your users to keep reading? Is it positioned prominently above the fold on the homepage and key landing pages? So we really want to make sure that headline's optimized. Utilize clear and compelling CTAs. Use action-oriented language like start your journey now, get started now, book a free trial. Ensure call to action buttons stand out. So use contrasting colors and bold fonts. And I generally like to make the call to action buttons a little bigger than most, right? Just a tad bit bigger, just so it stands out. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want visitors on our website to do, is to click that button and become a lead. So position your CTAs strategically. So like I mentioned, I like to add it in every single section, add that call to action and make it consistent, right? Make it consistent throughout the site. Leverage trust and social proof. So adding your Google reviews, adding how many 5-star reviews you have, showcasing testimonial videos, feature member stories or case studies. Lead capture, make sure you add a chat widget. This is actually pretty powerful and it will help you get more leads. Simplify your lead capture, just for that specific example where we click the call to action and then there's this long form that I don't even want to fill out just to sign up, versus a lead capture form where it's just name, email, and phone, super simple, which you can then redirect them to get further information or to get payment or to get them to book their session. So limit form fields, use progress indicators for multi-step forms. Right. What this means is if you do need to add a long form to capture more information, you can make it a multi-step where it's like, and one question here, once they answer that one, they go to the next one, and then they have the progress bar. That makes it a better experience. Optimize your thank you page. So after, they book their session or after they pay for their session, just making sure that they know what the next steps are. Maybe after they pay for their free session or book their free trial, maybe they get redirected to a thank you page with a video where it's you welcoming them to the gym, and then with the directions to the gym, how to get more information, etc. And then optimizing your speed and mobile responsiveness. So run page speed tests. You can use something like Google Page Speed Insights, and you want to make sure the page speed is optimized for mobile and desktop, especially for mobile, because you can see that for this example specifically, 60% of users are actually on mobile. So that's a checklist on how you can optimize your website. And even if you don't have a gym, you can take the same principles and apply it to your own business. So if you like that video, if you want more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next one.